Hello. Hello. I'm just bringing my computer nearer to me because my eyesight isn't great at reading comments. So if there's anybody popping in, I need to be able to see the comments. So that's what I thought. I'll bring that towards me. Okay. So let's get rid of looking at some of my crap in the background. All right. So that's better. Okay. So today I thought I would do a little tutorial, a tarot tutorial. Okay, and this is going to be there's lots of different decks that I recommend, and I wanted to go through each one and introduce them to you, and tell you a little bit about how to use tarot cards safely, and what what you can do. What there are no limits to what you can do with tarot, really. You can use them. They're just a tool, basically. Like the same with anything, in the wrong hands, they can be bad, just the same as anything. So, when people kind of say, oh, tarot cards are bad, and this, it's like, no, there's in psychic awareness, it is to do with the intention behind it. What is your intention? Is your intention to do somebody else harm? Is it your intention to pry into someone else's life or become a negative influence or that sort of thing? It is the intention. It's the same with spell making, and no different than prayers. Prayers, you can be quite negative with prayers, depending on your intention. Okay, so that's kind of how I see it. All right. So hello to Julie McCloy. Hello there. How are you doing? And a lovely Marae Hose here. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on the chat as we go along. And tarot cards. Okay. So this is the tarot deck that we are going to be using. Okay. The Light Seers Tarot. Okay. By Chris Ann. Okay. I can honestly say I highly recommend these, okay, as a good beginner's deck, okay. When you're looking for a pack of tarot cards, you need to have, each card has to have a picture on it that tells a story, okay. So you can't just, if you're choosing a pack of tarot cards, it's worthwhile getting a more expensive deck of tarot, and make sure that you can see every card, okay, before you buy them. All right. So each card, so it's no good having, say, I don't know, 4 cups on a card, and then the next card is 5 cups and 6 cups and 7 cups, or 3 pentacles and 2 pentacles and 4 pentacles. There has to be a story, okay, emerging on the card. Otherwise, that's going to be very difficult to read, because the story on the card has to trigger you into what you're saying, what you're seeing, and what you're going to say, okay, about that card. It's about programming. Okay, so when you have a new deck of cards, you're needing to go through them, and you're needing to program each card that then says, what you see. So this is what I'm going to say when I'm looking at this particular card. This is what I'm going to say when that card perhaps meets the other card. Okay, so obviously there are different levels of tarot. I'm still learning now, and I've been interested in the psychic world, and interested in my psychic abilities. I've had the tarot cards for about 30 years. It's fascinating to me how they can be so accurate and how they can work. Okay, so it's a mixture of what you're seeing in the card, the information that you're getting through from your spirit guides, your loved ones, and sometimes it's kind of your worldly knowledge as well. It's like, information that has actually come into your life, and lessons that you've learned that you can then, trigger regarding readings. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of how I see it. So hi Von Hughes and Julia. Hello Julia. And Leslie. Hi Leslie. Okay, so yeah, we're going to do a review on these, the Light Seers Tarot. So a deck of tarot cards is 78. That's a normal deck, unless you're using, I think it's the Tarot of Dreams, I think it's called, and it's Cairo Marchetti, and they have an extra 4 cards. Okay, so those 4 cards are the Palace. So you would have the Palace of Cups, the Palace of Pentacles, the Palace of Wands, and the Palace of Swords. And the Palace, basically, I felt represented the home. Does that make sense? So yeah, but I'm going to be doing a review on those as well. Okay, so I'm not going to get too technical about those, but most cards, tarot cards, have got 78, okay, in a deck of tarot cards. What's the difference between tarot, oracle, and angel cards? Well, oracle cards and angel cards, they're kind of they can be quite fluffy. Okay, so and those cards, they are very good at giving you spiritual communication, spiritual knowledge. Tarot cards can get right down into the nitty-gritty of what's going on in someone's life. Okay, so that's the kind of main difference. Okay, I believe it's really nice to actually have a pack of tarot cards, but also have some oracle cards as well, and add in oracle cards to your readings. It gives a really nice energy. Okay, kind of, or to do a reading and then finish off with an oracle card, that's really nice as well. So 78 cards, they're then split into 2 sections. Okay, let me show you. Okay, so 78 cards, they're then split into 2 sections. Okay, there's 22 cards here, starting with the Fool and ending with the World. And this is the major arcana. So this represents all the major issues that goes on in your life, those karmic moments, okay, those moments that you don't forget. Okay, so that's those. All right, and then you have 56 minor arcana cards. Okay, so this represents the minor events in your life. Okay, so get the point. 22 cards, major arcana, major events. 56 cards, minor events. Okay, so the little things. It's then split into sections, into 4 sections. So we're going to concentrate on the minor arcana first of all. This is 56 cards, and they are separated into, let me get this sorted out, cups, which is to do with water. It's the element of water. And that is linked with emotions, it's linked with feelings, it's linked with how you feel about something or someone, or it can pick up on a personality. Okay, so that's all to do with emotions, family, friendships, that sort of thing. You then have your pentacles. Okay, so your pentacles, sometimes they're known as discs, okay, as well, or coins. And cups can also be chalices as well. They've got lots of different, or bowls, so then you have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so this is, the pentacles are all to do with your finances, work, money, okay, that type of thing. Okay, it's all linked with pentacles, and that is linked with the element of earth. You also have your wands, and wands is linked with fire, desire, what it is that you desire in life. Okay, fire. Okay, and then you have air, which is swords. Swords is your thoughts, your ideas, your inspiration. Okay, so those 4 together give you an all-round kind of interest in your life, basically. So it's like all these different connections. Okay, so I'm going to teach step by step each card. Okay, so obviously I would have, if I was doing a workshop, which I will be. I'll be doing a workshop on the I did have it 17th of July. Let me just double check that. And obviously, if you're watching this tutorial and it's obviously past that, I do level 1, level 2, level 3, professional and intensive. Okay, so I do different sections. Okay, so and they just keep rolling on. Okay, so you'll always be able to know when the next workshop is, so you can just contact me directly on psychically121@gmail.com. Okay, psychically121@gmailinternet.com. Okay, sorry, gmail.com. It's all running along the bottom here. Okay, so you can see all that. Okay, you can also go to psychically.net and send me a message that way. Okay, so I'm doing tarot level 1. Okay, and that's on Sunday, the 17th of July. And because I have to kind of mix and match different time zones, okay, to try and cater for as many as possible, we're doing I'm doing from 5 p.m. UK time until 11 p.m. So it's a 6-hour workshop, and it's online. It's on Zoom. Okay, so so it's 5 p.m. through to 11 p.m. UK. It's £20 to join in. Okay, and if you wanted a certificate at the end of that, you just have to pay for post and packaging. Okay, because it depends on where you're going, where it's being sent in the world, basically. So I do psychic development, and I've got people from 5 different countries joining in with that. So you know, it's lovely to meet up with and to learn with lots of people from different countries. It's really nice the way you're looking at it. Okay, so it's 5 p.m. UK time, which is 12 p.m. and that is 12 p.m. Eastern and 9 a.m. Pacific time. And Marejo's just pointed out it's 11 a.m. Central time. Okay, so yeah, so I try and kind of work out as much as possible because a lot of people that I connect with are obviously in America because of my love. Who's in the chat? Hello, my darling. So let's keep up with who else is in here. So Space Daisy, hello. Michelle Noel Creations, hello. Tracy, hi Tracy. Tracy Park Wilson, oh my goodness, she helped me build our first website for Guiding Angels. She's amazing. Very good friend, and it was lovely to see her at my wedding. It was our wedding. It was great. So hi Linda as well. Yes, if anybody wants to join in with Tarot Level 1, Sunday the 17th of July, that's 2022 by the way, you are welcome to pop in. Okay, and you know, let me know if you want, and I'll send you the Zoom code. Okay, so it's £20. That's how the money, that's how it is now. Okay, I'm not guaranteeing that that's always going to be £20. Okay, but just for the moment, that's how it is. I feel that there's lots of people out there who need to learn a new way of new income, and maybe there's I can help them with improving their way of life somehow, and then they can you know, have this as an extra job, and I want to teach the right way as well. So teach, you know, that you need to be doing tarot with compassion and with love. It's most important that you know, the intention is love. The intention is to help the person that you are reading for. You know, that's the most important thing. Okay, so Major Arcana cards 22, and I do repeat a lot because I find that helps me let information go in. So if you don't like that, I'm sorry, that's the way I teach. Okay, so Major Arcana cards 22, Minor Arcana cards are 56. Major Arcana, major events, Minor Arcana, minor events. Split then into 4 sections. Okay, earth, fire, air, water, or cups, pentacles, wands, and swords. Okay, so the 4 sections. Okay, so water and cups is to do with love, emotions. Pentacles is money and finances and earth. Wands is fire, desire, I want. And air is thought, ideas. Okay, that inspiration energy. Okay, so that's your 4 elements. Okay, so layouts and things like that I will do on another tutorial. Okay, I just wanted to start this going. Okay, so you can look on my Psychic Alley, you know, on this YouTube channel. You can look and see that I've done some tutorials on Cosmic Deck by Norbert Loesch, but I will be doing an updated one because I always see different things in there. Okay, and I have written a booklet as well that you know, you can ask me for. Okay, so here we go. All right, so I'm going to go step by step. So with the Light Seers cards, let me move this closer to me, so that would help, wouldn't it? I think, so that you can see it. There we go. Bear with me. There we go. Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay, so we're starting off with the cups. Okay. So here you go, the cups. Now the cups is linked to emotions. Okay, so Ace of Cups is linked, that this one would be emotions. So anything to do with the beginning of emotions. Aces are the easiest to learn because they're always the beginning of whatever suit that you've got. So the Ace of Cups would be beginning of love, Ace of Pentacles, beginning of money, Ace of Wands, beginning of ambition, Ace of Swords, the beginning of thought. So aces are always the beginning. Okay, so Ace of Cups, beginning of love. I want love. I'm ready to be loved. I want to be loved unconditionally. Sometimes they can have an opposite to them. I don't believe in reverse readings, and I'll explain that in a minute. So this is an overflowing of love, maybe. Sometimes when somebody is stifling you, you know, stifling your energy. Okay, and that can sometimes be overwhelming. So it's all different levels of beginnings of love. Okay, so the Ace. All right, the 2. I'm trying to do it like this. Okay, so the 2 of Cups. Okay, so the 2 of Cups is linked to meeting somebody. That's meeting somebody of great significance, great importance. All right, that can be a romantic meet, or it can be a friendship meet. It doesn't have to be either or. Okay, but the 2 of Cups is always kind of that energy of this person is somebody significant in my life, and is able to maybe be there for a long time. You know, you meet some people and you just know. Okay, so that is your 2 of Cups. 3 of Cups is celebration of love. Okay, celebration times. That's, you know, for here, this just looks as if it's like friends meeting together, people connecting. That's the fun element, okay, of you know, of friendships. Okay, yes, it can mean romantic love. Each one of these cups can mean romantic, friendship, family. Okay, it covers all of it. Okay, 10 cards have to cover every emotional situation that you're going to go through. Okay, that's kind of tarot. All right, so 3 of Cups is celebration. 4 of Cups, I can see here there's a feeling of fed up. I'm fed up. I've got a lot of doubt going on. I'm waiting. She's touching that cup, so she's kind of waiting for that cup to be replenished. She's feeling a bit drained because look at the other cups there. These other cups is kind of like nothing in them, you know, and she's waiting to for that love energy. Okay, so she's in doubt about that. Okay, and confused. The 5. Now the 5 is that, you know, she's willing to let something drain away. Okay, she's aware that maybe somebody has maybe not treated her well, okay, here, because on her foot, she's kind of nudging that water out. So that's kind of like, you know, that's not the sort of love that I want, or, you know, feeling depleted. She's going into that isolation mode. So she's wanting to be alone. You can see kind of by her demeanor. She might not be in the best of moods, which is why she wants to be alone in the way that she's feeling. Okay. Is there anything else I pick up on that? Yeah, I mean, sometimes we do end up feeling like that at times. Okay. All right, so this one now, I'm doing this in particular decks. In the Norbert Loesch, the cosmic deck, I might see different things in there. Okay, but I'm just going to tell you what I'm seeing in this particular deck. Okay. So you can see it's kind of reminiscing about the past, you know, how things used to be, what's been going on, you know. It's like wishing that the old days were back, maybe. You know, why can't things be back the way they were? Maybe there's a feeling of one person is not putting as much effort in, maybe to a relationship, that type of thing. It's feeling imbalanced. The 7, now here there's choices. The 7s are usually choices cards. Okay, so he's kind of thinking, do I go here, here, or here? What do I do? I've got to decide, you know. So he's really in a dilemma there. Okay, so he's got to make some emotional choices. You can see a snake there. Okay, so he doesn't want to pick the wrong one, because then that involves fear. You've got a dragon wing there. You've got, you know, so it's like it's an important emotional decision, okay, that's needing to be made. Okay, so the 8, she's kind of walking away. She's saying, I've had enough. I'm done. My best isn't good enough. I'm off. I'm off. She's left it going though. Do you see what I mean? So that could be that she might want to come back later on. Does that make sense? Sometimes we say, no, that's it, never again, and then we're back again. Sometimes that's what happens, isn't it? So we're adamant, no, never again. That's it, that's it, that's it. And it's like, oh, yeah, we're back together. Or we're back friends. You know, that's kind of what it does. So that's the letting go, walking away card. Now the 9, now in a lot of the other decks, the 9 of cups can mean either feeling very happy and secure within yourself, or it can mean reuniting with somebody very important to you. Okay, now with the light seers, it's slightly different. I've never seen this in other cards before. You know, 9 of cups, you've got overflowing riches here. Okay, it's kind of money here. And she's leaping forward, using this money to launch forward. And she's got lots of other bowls there. So she's trying to get something that she wants very much. So that I would say as somebody, okay, focusing on one person or one thing emotionally that she wants. She's feeling secure enough in herself, and that's what she's doing. So that is, I've got a cat here who's headbutting me, trying to get in on the action. I've just got to show you. This is Mo, and he's just he's going to knock the computer off as well, because he's giving it a lot of loving as well. So it's very professional, this, you know. Do you mind, Mo? So anyway, that's the 9. The 10. the 10 is the feeling of completion and happiness with you. Okay, so look, she's got that friendship there. She's feeling secure. She's feeling as if, you know, there's nothing that is going to stop her from her happiness. Okay, she's very grateful for what she has. Okay. That's what I see with the 10 of cups. It's being grateful, and maybe the person wants to, you know, if you're reading for somebody, maybe it's time for you to perhaps tell that person that they need to maybe recognize what they have got, maybe more, because what happens then is it brings more in, okay, to your life. Okay, so that's your ace to 10. So ace, overflowing of love in emotions. I want love. 2, meeting somebody. 3, celebration of love. 4, doubt. 5, isolation. 6, a regret, maybe thinking of the past, reminiscing. 7 is choices. 8, letting go, walking away. 9 is feeling secure but wanting to go for somebody or something, particularly that you want. And 10 is feeling content with what you have. Okay, so that's what I see with the light Seers emotional deck. Sticking his ass in your face is a sign of love and trust. Thank you, Midnight Smoke. So I'd say so, yeah. He does it often. So yeah, so anyway, so then you're with these cards. So with cups, you've got the ace to 10, which tells you the story of love. Okay, you then have in all of them, you then have the four personality cards. Okay, now 4 personality cards. So 4 cups, 4 in pentacles, 4 in wands, and 4 in swords. That makes 16. Okay, how many astrology signs are there? 12, unless you're kind of looking into the other way, which is 13, but we're going to stick with 12. Okay, so that leaves 1 in each section that doesn't have a birth sign attached to it, and it's always going to be, without fail, it's always going to be your princess or your page. Okay, it's always going to be that. Okay, now that card will always be the raw energy of that suit. So the raw energy will be like a teenager, like an immaturity of that sign. Okay, so think about somebody who's just found love. Think about me and Greg. Anyway, think about new love. Okay, think about the intensity. Our love is deeper than anyone else's, and you know, we are. It's like the heightened love energy. Okay, that is usually, and sometimes it can mean, you know, because you always have a negative and a positive to things. Okay, so this could even be naivety, sensitivity, looking at love through rose-colored glasses. Okay. Now in here you have a flying pig. A flying pig. So that just means, I think, it's like and pigs might fly. Okay, and pigs might fly. So this is a bit of sarcasm sometimes to love. Okay, it's a sarcastic thing. Okay, so sometimes this is, you know, you've got this this card comes up and it's like somebody sensitive, somebody emotional. You know, what do you feel? Okay, when you look at that card. So that's what I see with the Page of Cups. Okay, here in the Light Seers. Okay, so then you've got 3 more personalities. Now, what are the 3? You guys join in. What are your 3 water signs? What's your 3 water signs here? I'm going to wait for you guys to catch up. I'm going to make another drink because I've been talking quite a bit. It soothes my throat. It's always a little bit delayed. So what are the 3 water signs? Here we go. Maureen goes straight up. Okay, so Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. Okay, Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. Okay, so then that's why you have to, it's going to get noisy in a minute because of my drink. That's, you have to depict one of these cards fits Scorpio, one of them is Cancer, one of them is Pisces. Okay, it's going to get noisy. Amongst yourselves. Okay, so this is why I feel for the first deck it's really, really easy to have the Norbert Loesch ones, okay, the cosmic deck, because it's all done for you. Within there, you have, let's have a look. There you go. You can clearly see that water sign there. She's Pisces. Look at the fish in the fan. Okay. So let's have a look for another one. There you go. This one, you can see the Libra sign there on his shirt. There. Okay. Looks a bit like a bridge. Can't see it properly. But anyway, with the cosmic deck, it's already done for you. Okay. Which makes them damn sight easier. Okay. To work out. All right. Okay. So let's have a look at these. Okay. So I'm going to describe to you a characteristic, and then you guys might be able to do your own choosing if you want. Okay, you don't have to go along with what I see. Okay, it's up to you. If you've got this deck, you've got to make it your own. Okay, so a typical, I'm not saying all, but a typical Scorpio. Scorpios have a sting in the tail. Okay, they can be very intense. They can be romantic. They don't like rejection, and they fear of rejection so much that sometimes they reject before anybody gets the chance to reject them. Okay, but when they love very deeply. They love intensely. Okay, so which one of those do you think is, let's get my hands out the way so you can see, which one of those do you think is the Scorpio? And I'll tell you in a minute what I felt. Okay, so the next one, Pisces. Pisces characters are bubbly. They are, they can be a little bit scatty. They put a smile on their face no matter what, and they sometimes wear it like a mask. They can be, they've got the very bubbly side, but they've also, you know, they can be changeable. So sometimes they can appear to be very happy, but inside they might be sad. Okay, so you can't really tell because they put a front on. Okay, and later on, so if you was in a relationship with a typical Pisces wouldn't make a show really in public. They'd just later on say, by the way, you upset me, and it's like you wouldn't have known that all evening. Okay, then Cancerians got a hard outer shell that protects their vulnerable insides. They are very protective of their own, and they are they don't like confrontation, but they have the pincers. You know, they will defend if they have to. Okay, so what do you think, guys? What do you think? And I'll tell you what I saw in them. The guy with the flowers is the Cancerian. Okay. You see, nobody's right, nobody's wrong in this. Absolutely. Nobody. You just have to go with what you feel. Okay. So how I did it was because Scorpios, think of a scorpion with a sting. Okay. Think of a fish as being changeable and bubbly. Think of Cancerian as hard outer shell, protective of their vulnerability. Okay, so think about those basics. And it seems easy now, but as you add on more characters, that can get harder. Okay, so so Scorpio, I felt that this card was linked with Scorpio because this they could be romantic, hence the flowers. Okay, and you've got the picnic here, but he's already got his hat in his hand, ready to go away if he got rejected. Okay, so I see that as Scorpio. Okay, and yeah, so but also when I get this card, sometimes I just see it as there being a remote romantic or a kindness coming to you, something kind, you know, a nice offer or something like that coming to you sometimes with that card particularly. Okay, so then Pisces. Now Pisces, I saw this one as the Pisces. Okay, so yes, there's a fish there, but there is also a fish here. So that doesn't really help, okay, if you're just looking for that. Okay, but the reason why I saw this one as Pisces is because it's quite bubbly. Just, I mean, the water is a little bit more, and there's a magnetic, okay, Pisces can have a magnetic personality, but they also can be, you know, they can be quite theatrical as well, there. So you can see she's being a bit theatrical there. And you know, there's a necklace there as well, but then so is he. So this is why it becomes very hard, okay, when they don't pick them for you. Okay, I don't know why the illustrators do not do it. It drives me nuts. When teaching, I've been teaching for a very long time now, and each time I've gone, why do you not do that? so anyway, so that's my, I choose this one as my Pisces, and this one as the Cancerian. He looks as if he's got a hard front on. He's a sweetie inside, he's soft inside, but he's got a hard front on. Okay, so yeah, so Cancerian, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay, so, but obviously, like I said, there is no wrong way of looking at it. Okay, as long as you still pick the same one each time. And advice from somebody who's taught many people to read: get a pencil and draw a little symbol on your card, only on these, okay, on your personality cards, just to help you remind you of which one's which. Okay, it just will really help you, you know, to get by. Okay, so there you go. So there's the cups. All right, I'm going to go on to the pentacles now. So if you wanted to join in, get your pentacles ready. So what are your 3 earth signs, everybody? What are your 3 earth signs? Does anybody know? Yeah, I know romantic Scorpio men. And sometimes to pick a personality, somebody that you know who is like that, just sort of mean and say, oh, that's my, you know, I don't know, Ben card, or that's my Felix card, or whatever. Does that make sense? That often helps too. Okay. All right. Let's do that. So yeah, anybody got that? So Sarah, hi Sarah Randall, hello, and Trinity Trim and Lisa Samuels, hello. So Sarah Randall says Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, and so does Marejo. So Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Okay, so they're your earth signs. So we know that when we get to the personality signs, we know what they're going to be. Does that make sense? They're going to be linked to those. Okay. So first of all, we're going to go into each card. Okay. So the aces. Can you remember what I said about aces? Aces are always the beginning of. So if this is to do with money, then obviously the beginning of would be it could be a new job. It could be extra money coming to you. It could be money from coming in from different angles. It could be promotion, extra responsibility within a job, earning extra money. Okay, something to do with that. So it's extra money, new money, okay, coming in. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, the Two of Pentacles is where you have to weigh up. You're weighing up the pros and the cons of a situation. Okay, you could be juggling. Does that make sense? Now, the juggling card in the Norbert Loesch, the cosmic deck, is the Six of Pentacles. So if you do get my booklet, you will see that the Six of Pentacles changes. Does that make sense? So you'll see that the Six of Pentacles is my juggling of finances, but with the Light Seers and with the Rider-Waite cards, that is, and some of the other cards as well, the Two is the juggling of finances. Okay, but you can clearly see this is. Okay, so juggling of money. Everybody juggles money though, so it would have to be something new. Okay, juggling money, something new. The Three, again, threes are usually celebrations. Okay, so celebrations. This is building. Okay, so it's building up of something. Okay, and because this is money, it's building up of a financial structure. So that could be building of a business. It could be DIY. Look, they're half finishing things. Okay, so it could be DIY. It could be moving boxes, changes in the home, chaos in the home. Okay, organizations. Okay, so it's the building up. Okay, think about threes. Would the building up be 9 or 10? No, it will be early on, wouldn't it? In the tarot, in the story of money. Okay, aces, beginning of. Okay, beginning of money. Two, that training, sometimes training, juggling information, juggling time, juggling this, juggling that. Okay, to make it fit. And then the three is that organization. Okay, boxes dealing with new beginnings. Okay, linked with climbing the ladder. Okay, of financial success. Okay, then the four in this one, she looks like she's hoarding that money. She's kind of holding that money tightly to her. She's not letting that money flow, is she? She's got that money and it's becoming a little bit stagnant, okay, in her arms. Okay, so if it's stagnant, is it going to help bringing in more money? Okay, so four is usually structure, the pillars. Okay, so fours are usually structure. So she is kind of hoarding it a bit. All right, so this is saying that, you know, that often leads to this, which is financial hardship, or, you know, overspent money, or maybe, you know, needing to tighten the belt or needing to change your financial situation around. Okay, so the four is hoarding money. Okay, and it could be you're trying to save money, but sometimes that hasn't worked. It's like if you've got a new business. If you've got a new business and your first lot of money comes in from that business, but you don't invest back any more money, okay, into that. You don't buy new products. You don't advertise yourself. So that, then it's like that's the dead end, isn't it? It's like you haven't learned anything about your future planning, okay, with the finances. Okay, so that's the four. And then the five is, oops, financial loss. But it can mean you've just paid off your mortgage. It could mean that you haven't got any ready money now, but you've got something, you know, got a new car or something, or you just paid for a Caribbean cruise or something. It doesn't have to be bad. And then the Six of Wands, Six of Pentacles, is that money's coming in. Look, it's all filtering down into your hand. It's all coming in. Okay, financial security is there. So that's money happening. Okay. And then, oh, I've just got to say for that one, don't let it slip through your fingers. Does that make sense? She's not really prepared for it. Okay, because look, it's like she's, it's coming in, but she needs to kind of take more control, she or he. Okay, so then you have the Seven of Pentacles, which sevens are usually crossroads, okay, cards. Fives are usually dips, Okay, but these are crossroads. So this is a lot of financial choices, maybe taking a gamble, taking a chance on something. Okay, so you're seeing all these coins here. This means that you've planted the seeds already, and they've already started to grow into this tree, but it still needs concentration. The tree indicates money, a project, work, or something like that you still need to concentrate on in order for that to bring fruit. Okay. So then the eight is usually the study, education, learning card. Okay. Aren't these cards beautiful with the colors? Okay. So this is learning, development, okay, education, teaching, learning, or research sometimes. Look, she's concentrating on that candle, and she's showing lots of attention. Okay, there. Sometimes you might see the moons there in this particular card and think that they might be giving a time frame on this, maybe the 30 days or 31 days, a cycle of the moon. Okay, it could mean that. Okay, so look at your card. What does it mean to you? Add on all of these different things. Okay, add them all on. We've got another plunker, haven't we? I love you. I do. I'm sending you lots and lots and lots of love. Sometimes there's a lot of naivety. Okay, I've sent them with love. Okay, so then you have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is to do with, look, there are reaping back the rewards. So the Seven, if you remember, he was concentrating and watching this grow. The Nine is he's getting back. Does that make sense? That money. This is his own money. This is his money that he has really concentrated. Okay. It's like all this is coming to him or her. Just what I mean. It's like she can pick that money and go with it. Okay. And the 10 is, that's the feeling here of this is my life. The security can come in lots of different ways. Security can be financial security. It can be security to do with your home, your family, your friendships. Security is in lots and lots of different ways. Okay, so you can look here. It's like that feeling of happiness and joy and gratitude energy is all in the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so let's go through it again quickly there. Ace of Pentacles, new money. 2, juggling money. Maybe trying something new to do with money. Okay. You've got this energy of, juggling your time, your energy, your intuition. Okay. 3 is the building up of a business. It can mean DIY, changes within the home. It can be, it's like decorating maybe. Okay. All right. The 4 is the hoarding money or saving money. Okay, card. The 5 is the oops, I've spent a lot of money card. Get this a lot of Christmas. So, yeah, the 5 is like, oh, have I spent too much money? Or maybe I need to find other colourful ways of earning some more money. Okay. The 6 of Pentacles is money's coming to you. Are you ready? Okay, so that money is flowing into your life. Okay. The 7 is a gamble. You're concentrating on all of this that is just about to bear fruit. Okay, but it's a project that you are concentrating on, that you put all your energy into it. The 8, study, learning, development, research. The 9 is money is there. All this money you've earned, that could be appreciation. That could mean gratitude from others. It's all rich. Does that make sense? It's all coming to you. Okay. And then the 10 is feeling grateful and happy for your own life and what you have. Okay. So that's the ace to the 10 there. we all catch up with everything? Hi, Ali. All in chat. Sending magical unicorns, Ali, with love. Blessings from Australia. Hi, Leona. Oops, that was for Ali. Haha. Will I send it to you now? Anyway. Right. Have I made my drink? Did I put my stuff in for my drink? Did I? I think I did. Okay, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Okay, so what did I say about the pages and princesses? Let's get you wakened up. Woke up. What did I say about these? Do they have a birth sign? And if not, why not? I'm just pausing because it takes a little while to catch up. They are not affiliated. They're not. It's a teenager energy. Yes. So they don't have any. Okay. So princesses and pages do not have any connection at all. Okay. With a birth sign. They are just the raw energy of that. Okay. So because it's a pentacle, that is linked with money. Okay. Yeah, and Elaine, hi Elaine. There are only 12 birth signs, and there's 16 of these cards. So there's always one that is, you know, the teenager energy. So yeah, they'd be naive, but it will be about money this time. Okay. So what does the teenager do? They spend, spend, spend. Okay. So that's doing something independently, maybe spending money. Okay. So that's what that card means on pages and princesses. So then you've got your 3 signs, haven't you? And we asked earlier, didn't we? Oh, let's put them around the right way. We asked earlier what they would be. So let's do this right. Okay. So within these cards, you've then got to decide which one is your Taurus, which one is your Virgo, and which one is your Capricorn. Okay. So if I said I'm going to explain to you what the basics are, okay, so Taurus. Taurians, they are hard workers, okay. They don't like to be rushed. They are plodders. They'll get there in their own time, at their own speed. If they say they're going to do something, they will do it. They don't like you looking over their shoulder saying, have you done it yet? They tend to be stubborn and they'd go slower just for the sake of it. Okay, so that's Taurian. Okay. Then you've got your Virgo. Your Virgo people, they plan ahead. They're planners. They're in the workforce. Your Taurus would be your workforce. Your Virgo would be your sales team. Okay, so your sales team would be people. They think ahead. They're planning. They've got a future idea of where they're going and what they're doing, especially on business terms or money terms. They can be patient. And if they think they're going to earn a decent amount of money, they'll be very patient. Okay, so that's your Virgos. They can be very precise as well. And then you have your Capricorn. Now, Capricorns, they've made their way up to the top. Okay, Capricorns, you've got the goat in the tarot, haven't you? And the goats can climb to the highest parts of the mountain to get the luscious grass. Okay, goats are very agile. Okay, and so think about a boss type of person who climbs to the top, but knows their business from the ground roots upwards. Okay, so this is it could be a self-employed card. Okay, so I always see the King of Pentacles as my self-employed card. So I would say, this is how I've seen it. Let's have a look and see what everyone else. So the horse guy is Taurus. I agree with you, Marejo. So he's the plodder. Do you see what I mean? He's the plodder. Okay, so now over this two, which one's your self-employed person? Which one plans ahead? Okay, remember, none of it is right or wrong. Okay, nobody is not right or wrong. It's what you see with your own eyes. Okay. Okay, so I saw this one as Virgo because she's ready to plant this and she knows it's going to take root. He's already made it. He's sitting very comfortable. Okay, here he's very comfortable, and he's got his money in his lap, and he's got his dog at his side. Okay, so I see that one as my self-employed, my Capricorn, and I see this one as the Virgo. But I'm not, like I said, there is no wrong or right. These are open to interpretation. Okay. All right. So that's how it is. All right. So raw personality, that is your teenager. Spend, spend, spend. Okay. And then you have your Taurus. Okay. They plan, they plod, and they plod away, and they get there in the end, but they don't like being rushed. And Virgo is your sales team. They'll plan ahead. They know what they're doing. And then this is the Capricorn, who I see. Okay, I'm just giving you my interpretation. Capricorn, he is self-employed usually, or he's his own boss, or he's climbing up the ladder of success. Okay, so there's your Pentacles personalities. Okay. Obviously, if we were doing this in a workshop, we'd be going into each other. I show you all the other different decks as well. Everybody shows their decks. Yeah, so it's more involved when you do a workshop. Okay. So Taurus with the horse, Virgo the woman, and the elderly man is Capricorn, my opinion. I agree with you entirely, Sarah. Okay, so let's go into these. Okay, so this is the fire. Okay. All right, so Ace of Wands is your beginning again, because the aces are always beginning of your ambition, beginning of a life path, beginning of an adventure. Okay, it's something that you desire. Okay, fire, desire. Okay, just going to turn my heat pad back on. Thank you, Sarah. Okay, so fire, desire. Okay, I've got an idea. Ha! Look at the pineal gland kind of activating there. Okay, that's pretty amazing. Okay, so the two, look at this. She's definitely got plans for the future. She's got the globe there. She's got the camper van image there. She's looking out the window. She's not going to stay put. She's planning to go forward. So this is the stepping forward, going forward here on your new ambition. Okay. So with anything that you want, sometimes you have to fill in an application form, or sometimes you have to apply for, put your name down. Okay, the Two of Wands would be that card, adding your name to something, putting your name down, okay, applying for, and it's your thinking ahead, okay. The Three is when you feel very happy that you've done that. You're proud of yourself. The Three of Wands, I'm proud of me. I know how difficult that was for me to step out and go for that, because that was scary for me. Okay, so it's like you're trying new things. You're feeling as if you are ready to to go forth in your adventure. Now the Four is definitely that celebration energy. I mean, look, they are dancing. It's like other people are recognizing how confident you are, you feel as though you aren't going to back down this time, that you might have got to this stage before in your life, but you've never gone further. Okay, well, the Four of Wands is saying, I'm going to go further, and lots of people can see how confident I am. The Five is the battles. So with everything, there's usually a battle, okay, after everything that you go through. And it's like, is it worth having? Well, probably, unless you've battled to get it, you might take it for granted. But if it's been hard work, you are very much proud of that. So this is usually a first battle, something that is maybe stopping you in some way. Then the Six. The Six is public acclaim. Sorry, I'll do it this side. Public acclaim, triumph. Look, you're in the spotlight. Now, sometimes that can mean that you are, that you literally are in the spotlight. Okay, sometimes it can mean that, and sometimes it can mean that you feel as if you are, triumphant. You've got people clapping, well done, congratulations, fantastic, you did it, kind of energy. Now, you might say that's similar to the Four. Okay, but the Four is more kind of central. Does that make sense? It's more to do with you and your crowd. Okay, whereas the Six, it's more public. Okay, everybody else has realized how well you've done or has seen what you're capable of. The Seven, I'm ready for new challenges. Okay, so this is kind of similar to firing it up again with the Ace, but it's after you've got to a certain level, you're then going to take that next. You're going to take that further. So Seven of Wands in the light seers, you can see she's got her hands clasped in prayer. She's very, very confident and centered. And, it's like whatever comes her way, she is going to bash it down. She's not going to have anybody tell her she can't do it, because she will. You then have the Eight. This is my travel card. The Eight of Wands is always my travel. This means kind of nothing stopping you. Look, they're all going in the same direction. Nothing is going to hold you back there. Okay, that's on a physical level. Whereas Seven is more what you're feeling. Okay, I'm feeling very proud of myself. Whatever comes at me, I'm going to sort it out. And here, what she's done is she's used all of those there, she's used to javelin her way further. Okay, so all her knowledge and all her power, or his power, is being channeled forward, and it can literally mean travel, journey, vehicles, movement. Okay, the Nine, obstacles. That first obstacle, or the second obstacle, we had the first one earlier. So the Fives are usually the battles. This Nine, you're nearly there. You've nearly got what it is that you've wanted, but you forgot about that last thing, that last oops moment where you've got to get past that. And it's like, God, I wish I'd remembered that. Okay, so now I have to find another way around this problem or this situation. I've got to find another way around it. Okay, so she's it's as if you are, a lot of the times you might have given up and said, I just can't do it. I can't do it. And then you go back to the beginning again with the Ace. I've got another idea. The Two, and then the Three, and then the Four. Just, this is what happens with our ambitions. Okay, then you've got the 10. Now, the 10 of Wands is, she's kind of got a heavy load there. Has she taken on too much? Got on top of her. She's already come a long way. So could this mean moving? actually moving. I mean, look at it. Look at the card. I would say so. So moving, changes. Okay, moving on. Okay, you could say all of those things. Heavy load. You know, can it mean all of those things? Sometimes, but you could give that information out to the person that you're reading for, and they will be able to say what it is. Okay, they're feeling. All right. So let's go through those again. Okay, so the ace is that aha moment, that kind of like moment of I'm going to, I want this. I want this. I'm going to get this. The ace, okay? The ace of wands, fired up. Your pineal gland is gone, ping. Okay, 2 is looking ahead. I know where I want to go and I know the journey and I'm ready for it, okay? So this could be, you could have this as your travel card if you wanted, looking at the globe and looking at this here. That does look like travel to me, getting ready to travel or wanting to travel. Remember, you have got to see what you see in your cards, okay? 3 is I feel proud that I've never done this before, but I've gone and I've appreciate. This is the only card that I don't see fits with the light seers. I don't get it. I don't see it. Does that make sense? Where does this fit in? So anyway, that's just my interpretation of these. Okay, but so yeah, 3 of wands is the trying something different. Okay, feeling very proud of yourself. Okay, so it's a celebration, initial celebration within. 4 is celebrating with your mates, and you know they know what you've been through, and they're really proud of you. Okay, that you've got this far. The 5, oops, then that happens. That initial problem or situation that you wasn't really knowing about, and it's like, oh, do I give up? Do I carry on? What do I do? But then you push past that and you carry on. Okay, and then you've got this celebration. Okay, this is like public acclaim, people saying well done, congratulations, fantastic news. This is it. Okay, so we've got another spammer. I'm sending you with lots of love as well. Bless you. Okay, so then you've got the 7 of wands, which is bring it on, universe. I'm ready for more. Okay, and you then launch yourself forward. Okay, you launch yourself forward and you are focused. Does that make sense on where you're going? It can mean, we've got another one. It can mean you are, it can mean travel. Okay, it can mean travel, it can mean going there. Okay, getting where you want to go. And then the 9 is that last obstacle that you then have to find another way around it. And then the 10 of wands is that feeling here of, you know, I've got what I've wanted, but sometimes it might be you've taken on too much, and the road ahead looks a bit heavy. Okay, there. But, you know, sometimes that can mean moving on. Sometimes that can mean focusing. Okay, focusing on where you're going. Okay, so it can literally mean moving. Okay, so that's the ace to the 10. I get so used to the bots here. Okay, so here we go now. Oh, so we've got the personality cards again. Okay, but this is for the wands. All right. Oh, hi UFO Mark, thank you. Okay, so can you remember what we said about the pages or the princesses in the deck? Okay, so this is usually, well, it always is the young energy. It's like I want, and I want it now. Okay, it's the spoilt card. It's like I don't see anybody else, but this is what I want. Okay, so that is it's the fun-loving card. That person that goes out partying all night and then expects someone else to do the work for them so they can go partying again. So yeah, that's the spoilt card. Okay, so I feel spoilt and that. Okay, yeah, it's the 4th of July now. Happy 4th of July. Okay, so then you've got, what are the fire signs, everyone? What are the fire signs? Can you tell me what the fire signs are? Hi, Doreen. Hello, Angela. And Lara, hello. Yep, there you go. Marijo's there. There we go. So, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Okay, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay. Oh, thank you. So Tina says, thank you so much for this tutorial. I only just popped on. I watched from the beginning another day. I have tried to teach myself in the past, but this deck looks stunning, grabs my interest. Yeah, I do recommend it. Yeah, I'm going to be going through a lot of the decks that I have. Some of the other decks I've got the Mythic Tarot, which is the deck that I first started with, the Mythic deck. I've got the Druid's Craft here. And what else have I got? I've got a deck of Light Seer's Tarot here for sale, if anybody does want them. They are 25 if anybody does want them, but you've got to include post and packaging. It's £25. Post and packaging, it's sealed, it's ready to go. So if anybody wants that, and I'll throw in my booklet with it if anybody does. So you've got your 3 signs. So you've got Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. Okay, so let me show you the cards. We'll do it again. Ready? Okay, so you decide what you think. Okay, all right, so Leos, let's get it right. Okay, so Leos. Okay, Leos, they are fun loving. Okay, they're always looking for that fun, they're looking for that laughter, they're looking for, you know, getting it in. It's like getting involved with people that have got bouncy energy. Okay, they're like the Tigger of the Winnie the Pooh. Okay, so you can clearly see that it's already picked for you, this one, which is quite easy, which is this one, because you've got the Leo, you've got the Lion, so it's the King of Wands. Okay, so you can see that. Okay, so that one is there. Okay, so that's the Leo. You then have these 2, okay, which are you've got Sagittarius and Aries. Now, which one is which? Okay, now I'm going to tell you, these I've changed my mind loads of times. It's not easy. It's really not easy to do. Okay, so yeah, you decide. Okay, so so a typical Sagittarius are the focus. Does that make sense? It's like the arrow. It's an archer, isn't it? Okay, so the archer shoots the arrow into the target, and they're very blinkered in going for it. Okay, they don't sway. Does that make sense? Off their target, they're going for it. Okay, Sagittarius, they can be controlling. I usually call them sometimes the mother-in-law energy, where they know they're right. And but it's because they are wanting to mother you, they're wanting to nurture you. But they can sometimes come across as being a little bit too overpowering. Okay, Sagittarians, but it's because they like to help. Does that make sense? Obviously, you're going to have a negative side sometimes to some Sagittarians. Okay, but the same with every sign. I'm giving you negative and positive to all of the birth signs if you listen back. Okay, so which one is your Sagittarian? The arrow pointing the arrow. Okay, then you have the Aries. Now the Aries is a kind of a person who won't give away their power to just anybody. They are very choosy, okay, on who they help. Okay, they sit back, they've got that leadership quality. Does that make sense? I'm a leader. Okay, they've climbed to the top, basically, same as the King of Pentacles, of the Capricorn, but they can sometimes they know their worth. Does that make sense? They know their worth, and they are the father-in-law type of thing. Okay, the father-in-law. It's like, I just know things. All right, I just know them. Okay, so so which one's your Sagittarian, which one's your Aries, do you think? It's tricky, this one. So Christina says the girl is the Sagittarius. Okay, so you mean this one's the Sagittarius, that's what you feel, Christina? Lisa Samuel says the one with the drum is the Sagittarius. So this Lisa thinks this one is a Sagittarius. Marejo says, I think those two are so similar. I think the sitting woman is Sagittarius. Okay, so you think this one is Sagittarius. That's true. Yeah, tell an Aries that they can't and they'll prove you wrong. They'll prove you wrong with bells on. That's what an Aries will do. I say the sitting is the Sag. Okay. All right. So remember, there's no right or wrong. There really isn't. Leona says the one with the drum is Sagittarius, the horse in the background. Okay, Doreen says the drum girl is Sagittarian. Okay, it is hard. It is hard. So my advice, okay, when you're doing this is do pencil in on one of the cards when you've decided which one's which, pencil it in somewhere. No one else will know where it is. You could just do it with a pen if you wanted. No one's going to see it. So that you know that every time that's your Aries and that's your Sagittarian, that's your Leo. Okay. Well, Leo's I think is quite obvious, isn't it? Really, your Leo's is already there. Okay, so Tina thinks the Aries is the one with the drum. All right. So how I saw it, and I've changed my mind over this before, but Sagittarius, I'll probably go with the horse. Sagittarius. Okay. Only because of maturity. Because maybe the Aries are kind of more, they've got a mature nature. Does that make sense, Aries? And Sagittarius have got the younger energy. So I probably, me personally, I'd go with that as Sagittarian and that one as Aries. But like I said, nobody is right and nobody is wrong in these. Okay. If they're your cards, you decide and then you stick with it. Okay. And the secret is because you can swap back and forth each time that you look at them. You can write a symbol on them. Okay. So now we're going to do the air signs. Okay. So the air signs is, and remember the air signs, instead of it being swords in the pictures, they are ravens. Okay. So they've changed it up a little bit. Okay. With these. All right. So what are the air signs, everyone? What are the air signs? Okay. Let me know what you think, what the air signs are. All right, so Ace of Swords, beginning of a new idea. ping, moment, a new idea, light bulb goes off in your head. Very similar to the ace. Okay, very similar. Okay, one is linked with ambition though, and one is linked with thought. This is doing. Okay, these are doing things. This is thought. So if you're going to have an idea, it starts with the thought, then becomes real. Okay, because you put fire in it. Yeah. So if I'm going to ask you something, so looking at the energy of these, so if you've got a layout in front of you, you've turned over the cards, so you've got 10 cards and you've got loads and loads of major arcana cards in there. What do you think's going on in that reading? Usually it means there's a lot of major issues going on, a lot of major stuff. Okay, what if there's loads of swords and no pentacles and no wands? What do you think that is? So loads of swords and not a lot else. It means that you're just doing a lot of thinking. You're not doing anything. You're not fired up. Nothing is started. Does that make sense? Because you've got a lot of thought. What if you've got a lot of pentacles and it's an emotional reading, a love life reading? What if you're kind of looking into a relationship and all you're seeing is money cards, financial cards? That usually means that the person who you're reading for, it could mean that that person is only thinking of their financial security and not necessarily their love or their emotions. Does that make sense? So look at what cards the majority of the cards are. Okay, if there's lots of major arcana cards, then it's quite a major thing going on. If there's no major arcana cards, then it's usually kind of little minor events going off. Lots of cups means lots of love energy, lots of emotions. Lots of pentacles means lots of finances. Lots of swords means lots of thoughts. Lots of fire cards, wands means lots of you're fired up about something. Okay, but if there's something lacking, you need to look at that too. Does that make sense? Look at what is missing. If somebody wants a love life reading and you've got pentacles, that means that there's probably more going on to do with work and finances, or maybe they need to concentrate on work and finances, and then the love life thing will come in later. Okay, so I hope that kind of makes sense, but that's more kind of level 2 kind of energy there, along with the connectives. All right, so aces, look at this card, isn't it expressive? Okay, so the Ace of Swords, the beginning of that idea, that moment of truth, that moment that says, I've got a brilliant idea. I know what I'm going to do. You know, I know what I'm going to do. So the ace, it's like that moment. Okay. The 2, what do you do with a really good, what do you do with a really good idea? What do you do with a really good idea? Do you tell it to everybody? What happens if you did tell it to everybody? What usually happens then is they may talk you down. They may say, oh, you don't want to be doing that. My friend did that and she didn't earn anything out of it. Or, you know, oh, I've got a better idea. Why don't you do this? Or, you know, well, you could do this as well. Okay, you could do that as well. And it's like they've then twisted your idea before it's had time to root, before you've had time to think about it. They've kind of added in their bits or put some doubt in there. So ace, beginning of an idea. The 2, keep it to yourself. Does that make sense? That's keeping it to yourself and not telling anybody. I don't want to see anything bad. I don't want to see what anybody else has got going on. Okay, if I don't see it, it can't hurt me. Okay, so that to me is saying just keeping it to yourself. Okay, The 3 is the most sarcastic card in the deck, because it basically means just do it, deal with it, get on with it. Stop telling yourself you're going to do it, just do it. Okay, so it goes, go to the heart of the matter. Don't dilly-dally around. Don't lollygag anymore. Okay, it basically means it's, you know, somebody has hurt you, or a situation is hurting you because you're not doing what you know that you should be doing. Okay, it's like something deep inside you. Okay, then the 4 of Swords. Now this one is after you've dealt with lots. After you've dealt with lots, after you've gone through that, sometimes you may need time to rest before you have to defend yourself again, or before you have to, you know, you've made a decision perhaps with the deal with it card. You've decided what you're doing, and then you've got this card that says, oh God, I can't bear anybody else coming at me, or I can't bear anybody else being negative. I just want to kind of curl up in a little ball and just let the world get on with it for a bit. Okay, so sometimes this can be feeling the need for protection or protecting yourself. Okay, protecting your heart. Okay, quiet time. Okay, there. 5. Confusion. Okay, somebody or something is confusing you. Okay, look at that raven talking in his ear, giving him information. He's like, you're doing me head in. I don't know what you're referring to, but it's confusing me. You know, there's a hell of a lot going on. What do you guys make of this? I've only just seen it. Okay, there's a man, he's on a rock. Okay, it's like an ice. Yeah, there's actually blood there, but anyway, he's on a rock there, and he's thinking, I've got to make a decision about this. I haven't got much time, but I've got to make a decision. So, and he's something's doing his head in, so he feels pressured. Does that make sense? To make a decision, I feel, in this card. Okay, and here we then have the 6 of Swords. Okay, 6 of Swords. Now, in a lot of the other decks of cards, you will see a boat, and you will see lots of swords poked into the boat. Okay, and it's drifting along. Okay, it's drifting along, and it's the most stupid thing I've ever seen. Does that make sense? Because how's the boat going to stay afloat if you're poking holes in it? Anyway, and that usually means that you have it's been in rocky waters. Does that make sense? Stormy waters, but it's now smoothing out. Okay, now think of these ravens as your future. Does that make sense? And your thoughts. So you're being led, does that make sense, to go somewhere or do something. You're feeling it. Does that make sense? So you've got your bag, and you're all ready to go, and you're being led. So this could be just a feeling, a gut feeling that you're going in the right direction. Okay, so I would say that is how I feel with that card. Having your head pecked, said Tina, for the other card. Having your head pecked, that one. Having your head pecked. Okay, so this one. So this 7 of Swords can mean theft. Now, I've coloured in, because I sometimes read for people face to face. Sometimes people take things literally. Okay, sometimes they do. They take things literally, and you then have to think to yourself, oh dear, you know, that could sometimes be scary. So in this guy's hand, there was a sword. Now, I coloured in that sword black, so it blended in with the trousers, so you can't really see it. Okay, so that's basically what I did, because I didn't want it to be scary. Okay, you have to watch what you say when you're doing tarot readings, because they can literally be taken literally. Okay, so always keep your readings light-hearted. Always keep your the intention of that person going away feeling strong enough to cope with anything going on, strong enough to cope. Does that make sense? So always see somebody past the situation. Always see that. Okay, don't end on a oh God moment. Okay, always go past that until everything is clear and they are ready to go. So with this one, this can mean somebody may be stealing an idea, or somebody you feel as if somebody is taking from you in some way. Okay, remember, swords are thoughts, so they can be quite dramatic, the swords cards, but they're not to be taken literally, because they are thought. Okay, they're ideas. Okay, so yeah, squawking at you. So it does look like that, doesn't it? So somebody's trying to tell you that there's someone not to be trusted. You might be ignoring. It could be that you're telling someone else that someone's not to be trusted, and they're ignoring you. So either way, no one's listening, okay, to warning signs. Okay, something's going on there, and maybe there's a need to look closer. Okay, so we then, let's go. Okay, so then we have 8. Okay, so the 8 of Swords. Now look at this card. Okay, so look at what she thinks is going on in her life, and look at what's really going on in her life. Sometimes we feel trapped, but there aren't any ropes tying us to the situation. And sometimes we feel blinded by being in a situation, maybe that, it's like you need to look clearly and see what actually is happening. Does that make sense? What is actually going on in your life? Are you that blocked? Can you get out of your situation if you really, really wanted to? What is stopping you from seeing what's really there? Okay, so the 8 of Swords can sometimes be, now, does it have to be the person that you're reading for, or could it be someone that she's or he is trying to get through to? Maybe there's somebody that they are worried about. It's like, are they okay? Are they safe? Okay, so see that? All right, and then the 9 of Swords. Okay, so with the 9 of Swords, she does look worried here. Okay, she's looking worried. Okay, she's seeing maybe that there is light at the end of the tunnel. She's seeing that white dove in amongst all of her fears. Okay, so the 9 of Swords sometimes means it's time for you to awaken. It's time for you to stop with the nightmares and stop feeling sorry for yourself and say, life is for living, and I need to get up, stand up, and face this, because there are good things in my life. All I'm seeing and all I'm talking about is all the bad things in my life, when sometimes I just need to start looking at my gratitude and energy. If you stay in that gratitude energy, what comes back to you is more things to be grateful for. So sometimes this is our own fault. Sometimes we are just wallowing in that self-pity energy. We've all been there. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody has been there at some point in our lives. Okay, and we've gone through it and through it and through it, and we've only seen that, and we're kind of keeping that drama going by analyzing it, going into it, talking about it, living it, feeling it, crying about it, moaning about it. Do you see what I mean? And all of a sudden it's like, we've got to stand up. We've got to stand up. And that's what the 10 is, standing up and putting the energy out there for the future. This is manifesting what it is that you do want now. This is what I want. This is where I'm going. I am not going to look back anymore. I'm not going to be this person. I'm going to be this person. Okay, so look at this. Does that make sense? I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm not going to keep seeing myself as a victim. I'm going to move forward. Okay, so that is kind of where it is. That I see as manifesting. Does that make sense? You're manifesting things. Okay, so swords, you know, sometimes get a bad reputation because they are, you know, people say, oh, they're bad cards. They're not bad cards. There's lots of different energies with our thoughts. Our thoughts can sometimes be dark. Our thoughts can sometimes be, you know, depressive. Just what I mean, angry, upset. They can be. There's all sorts of different thoughts. They can connect with our emotions, and a thought can then make you into a good mood or a bad mood. Okay, that's kind of how they work, isn't it? Okay, so sometimes we have to look past an obstacle. Don't look at the obstacle and see that you've got more power than you realize, because your mental awareness is so in tune. Does that make sense? With the universal energy. I love that optimistic view of this card. Yeah, that's how I see it. And it is a vicious cycle sometimes. Yeah, the clouds are forming a dark cloud over her. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in folklore throughout the world, the raven is seen as a symbol of change as well as an opportunity. Yeah. So there you go. So let's go through it again quickly. Okay. Ace of Swords is an idea. Okay. 2, keep that idea to yourself. Stay blinkered. Don't be manipulated by anybody else. Keep that idea, nurture it, let it build. 3, sorry, where's the 3? 3, the most sarcastic card in the deck. Deal with it, sort it out, deal with it. Stop talking about dealing with it and deal with it. Sort out that broken heart. If someone's hurt you, then sort it out. Okay, so it's dealing with it. 4 is rest after you've dealt with it. Protection, rest, kind of just coming down, okay, off that heightened adrenaline kind of energy. The 5 is you're doing me head in. Okay, you're doing me head in. There's lots of decisions I've got to make, and I've got to make them now. And oh my God, the pressure is on me. The 6, I'm just going to go with the flow. I'm going to go with it. My ravens are moving me into the right way. I'm going to follow the signs that the universe is showing me, and I'm just going to drift along away. Okay. The 7, is there someone in my life I shouldn't be trusting? What am I doing? Am I actually am I actually that naive, or am I right and someone else is wrong? You're questioning. Does that make sense? Questioning. The 8, I'm stuck, I can't get out. Are you really? Is it that your fear is stopping you from doing it, or is your confidence levels down so low that you feel as if you haven't got the energy? Believing in yourself. Start your affirmations. I deserve, I deserve, I deserve, I deserve. Okay, just keep on with the mantra. If you get this card, keep on with the mantra. And then the 9 is I can only see clouds. I can only see darkness. I've got nightmares going on. But this is time to not stay there. This is time to stand up and say, do you know what? Life isn't that bad. And I'm going to make it better. I'm going to push my mind forward. Okay, so that's the Ace to the 10 in Swords. So you then have the personalities. Okay, so all right, so here, what's happening in the chat? I've been missing it. Yesterday was a very hard day for our family. We lost our family bunny. Oh, his name is Wellington. I'm so grateful to see his higher self come to me after. I was crying so bad. Oh, I'm so sorry, Christina. So everyone's sending you healing there. Oh, we do. Our pets mean so much to us, and I truly believe that we connect with them on a higher level of consciousness. These pets are just as much part of our soul family group as people around us. I truly believe that. Okay, so this is your young energy. Again, it doesn't have a birth sign to it because it is that extra card. Okay, in each section you get one extra card because there's 16 cards and one is always doesn't have birth sign. So you have 3 that do. Okay, and remember what I said, they are Aquarius, they are Gemini and Libra. Okay, and this one doesn't have a birth sign. Okay, so this one is your raw energy. Now this is where it differs for me. I don't see hi Julia, I don't see that this it goes along with everything. Okay, so how I see with this card is this person is multitasking at its finest. So this person is studying or looking into or researching or writing the ideas that are coming to them whilst on a tightrope in barefoot. Just what I mean. So this person is a multitasker. This person is doing so much. Could it be that they're going to come unstuck because they're trying to do so much? Is that the teenage energy that we're looking for here? Is it that there is lots of ideas and you need to start writing those ideas down? Maybe that is what the message is here. What is it that they're trying to tell you? Does that make sense in this card? Okay. Could it be that the person's writing a book because you're focusing on the book? Is this person got a brilliant idea and that's what you're seeing? Is this person walking on a tightrope and maybe that's a bit too much? Okay, what is that card telling you at that time? Okay, so now we need the cards. Okay, so let's get them all lined up for you. Okay, so this is where you've got to decide again. All right, so a typical Aquarius people are quirky. They are funny. They've got a brilliant sense of humor. They can sometimes look outside the box for things that we wouldn't have even thought about, but they do. Okay, they have got it's like they've got an intuitive mind that is different from the mundane. Okay, Aquarius. Sometimes they find things funny that other people don't. And sometimes they need to I don't know, say less. Does that make sense? Because sometimes they drop their foot in it. Okay, so Aquarius, which one is your funny person? Which one is your Aquarius? Okay, then we're going into Gemini. Now Geminis get a hard time, okay, because they always think there's a good and a bad side in every Gemini. That's not the case. It's not eccentric. Yes, I like that word, Julia. Eccentric with Aquarius. So Gemini, yes, they don't always have a good and a bad side. Sometimes they have an introvert and an extrovert tendency that once you get to know them, they might seem very quiet, but when you get to know them, they're anything but quiet. Sometimes this person is really loud, like some of the comedians, but actually when you get to know them, they actually are a very introvert or very shy person or depressive. Okay, so then you have your Libra. Okay, so Libra energy, they have to dissect everything and weigh things up before they make decisions. They are looking at the future, how the future will be affected by their decision right now, and they look further ahead all the time. They can dissect the most simple question though sometimes and drive you nuts with that. But they are deep thinkers. Librans are deep thinkers. They, that if they've made a decision, that they've thought it through, that they have gone into everything possible, the ins and outs, backwards, forwards, upside down, before they've made that decision. Okay, so we've already got people who've decided which ones are which. So that's interesting. Okay, so let's have a look and see what you thought. Okay, so which one of these was your Aquarian? Okay, so the quirky character. Which one did you guys think is the Aquarian? Okay, what do you think? Let's have a look. Okay, so which one do you think? So Gemini, Marejo thinks the Gemini is the runner. Gemini is always going off. Okay, the woman is the Libra, Marejo thought. Okay, Aquarian is the red bird guy. Okay. Okay, man bun. Okay, so Aquarius. He looks like the guy sitting down. Okay, so how I saw this, but it doesn't have to be that I'm right and anybody else is different. Okay, I saw the Aquarius as this one. They literally rush into life. They rush forward. They don't think. Does that make sense? It's like adventure. Go for it. Quirky, fast paced. So I saw that one as the Aquarius. Gemini, I saw this one as Gemini. She's only showing half of her face. She's showing half of her face, which means it's half of her you're seeing. Okay, because there's another side to her. Okay, and then I saw this one as the Libra. And Libra is the wise old owl, okay, there in that card, okay, and he looks very wise and very cool, and he knows what's what. So that's how I saw them, okay, but you guys can decide yourself, okay. Okay, so you can decide what you think, okay. It's not, nothing's right, nothing's wrong, okay, as long as you keep thinking it. Does that make sense? So once you've decided, write your little or draw your little symbol on it. Okay, draw your little symbol. You guys have just done all of the 56 cards of the minor arcana. You've done it. Well done. Well done. So we just got the 22 cards left. Okay, all right, so the 22 cards, let's get them all ready. I'm going to need another drink. This is what I have to do if I've been talking a lot, my throat goes, so I need another drink, I'm afraid, because I always let my drink go cold. So I've always half a cup, Ali, because I'm talking so much. So the major arcana, what are they linked to? So if you get lots of major arcana cards in your reading, what do you think it represents? Can you remember what's going on in that person's life, or if it's your reading, what's going on in your reading? If you get lots of major arcana cards. I'm just filling up the kettle. And this gives you time to catch up, because there's always a bit of a delay. And then there's an equal delay because you're then typing it out. So I know it gets noisy. Important moments. Yeah, major events. Well done. Yeah, it's the major events, okay, in your life. Okay, the major events. All right. Hi, Renee. Hello. Okay. So this is what we're doing at the moment, the Light Seers Tarot. Okay. And I'm going to be looking through the major arcana cards now. Okay. So it's going to get noisy. I'll wait until that's finished. And then I can go through it. So poor Christina's lost her kitten passed away. Really sorry. Not a kitten, her bunny passed away. That's awful when you lose a pet. It really is awful. Very sad day. Very sad. So thank you all for hanging out. I'm hoping this helps. I'll do various other decks as well. Hi, Kelly. Hello. Cheers. My love got me this mug, Psychic Kelly. I love that man. Did you guys know? I do. I'm a very lucky lady. Oh, that's better. That's better. Okay, let me get comfy. Okay, so yeah, buy Greg a coffee. Yeah. Oh, thank you, darling. Oh, I'm lucky. I feel lucky to have met you all. Oh, yeah, definitely. In 5D has brought lots of people together. I believe it's all kind of soul groups. Okay, so here we go with the major arcana cards. These are really big, okay, cards. Okay, would you do the Dreams of Gaia? Find it a bit tricky. It's a gorgeous deck. Christina, Dreams of Gaia. I do have the Dreams of Gaia, and I'll tell you, I would use your Dreams of Gaia cards as intuitive ones, and they are not a tarot deck. So this is just my opinion. They're not a tarot deck. You can't learn that deck of cards like a tarot deck. That's why you're having trouble with them. They would be good for just adding on different cards, does that make sense, to your reading. Okay, doing that would be easier. Each card, it doesn't tell a story. Does that make sense? As far as I can see, when you lay out all of one section, it doesn't tell you the story. The story doesn't unfold in front of you, which is what you kind of need when you're learning the tarot. Okay, but the Dreams of Gaia is definitely a beautiful deck. Do you know what I did with mine? I was studying them like that. I was using them as mediumship ones. So what I was doing is each card, I was going, that's a female, young female Aquarian, or that's a young male Aquarian, or water sign, sorry, and that's a fire sign, a female middle-aged fire sign. And I was basically learning them like that. So I can go through that if you like, but I was halfway through doing them, so we could always do it together in a tutorial thing like this. But yeah, I didn't use them as that. Yeah. Okay. All right, so full card. The story is you start at the beginning, and the full card is the beginning. Okay. So, okay. So this is all about trusting the universe. trusting that the universe has got your back, trusting that that everything's going to work out fine. Now look, she is literally in that trust poise. She's got the flower of life here, okay, which is to do with abundance. She's got a crystal in her hand, okay, and she is literally in free fall. Okay, so that says trust. It's like taking a leap of faith, you know, allowing the universe to do its deed. Does that make sense? I'm in the flow of the universal energy. Okay, so that's what the Fool card means. It's trust, trusting in the plan. Okay, the magician. The magician says that your spirit guides, your loved ones, and your helpers had all of this planned beforehand. So you felt as if you was going with a gut feeling to be where you are now. Well, the universe probably put that gut feeling in front of you and made it happen. So they might have put those little kind of planting the seed of, oh, that's what I want to do, or you want to do this, okay, and what about this, and okay, so it's like we've all kind of come down here to this earth plane with a plan, haven't we, with this idea, a template, and it's up to us, does that make sense, how we go about that, okay, and how, whether or not we pick up on those gut feelings and go with them. Well, this is saying that the universe has a little job behind the scenes and helps. Okay, so this magician. It also usually has a wand. And if this one has, this one doesn't have. This is unusual. Usually, well, they have in symbols. Okay, so they've got them in symbols: earth, fire, air, water. Okay, in these symbols here, you can't really see them properly, but they haven't. Usually, they have a cup, a sword, a wand, and a pentacle. Okay, so but this hasn't, but it basically means it's the flow of life. Does that make sense? This is all been already planned out, if you like. You're just following the plan. So the High Priestess is about trust. It's also about secrecy, things being hidden, not knowing yet. If you keep asking the same question and getting this card, it usually means that the universe is not going to tell you yet. Okay, that everything seems to be, waiting. You're waiting for this. Okay, at the moment. So waiting for the information. It's not available to you yet. The book is not yet open for you. Okay. So yeah, it's very fairy looking, I think. So it's like, sometimes your higher self knows not to ask anymore. Sometimes. Okay. So that's secrecy. The Empress. Now the Empress can literally mean pregnancy. It can mean fertility of an idea, something coming to fruition, something being ready and ripe, a good harvest, if you like. Okay, so that's the Empress. Okay, so the Emperor. Now the Emperor, it can be a mother figure, motherly character or mother figure. All right. The Emperor, father figure, fatherly character, somebody who acts like a dad, or somebody who is trying to maybe in negative terms dominate you, somebody who's playing games. Okay, you've got a chess piece there. If you're drawn to the chess piece, it might be that there's a character playing mind games who's trying to manipulate you. Somebody in authority, or pulling the wool over your eyes or something. Okay, but in a positive, it's like they're trying to look after you. But if you're drawn to certain things in the picture, then sometimes that is what you're needing to look into. The Hierophant or the Hierophant links with, you have a direct channel to loved ones, spirit guides, that you are your own spiritual teacher. but it also means that you are going to be connecting with other teachers around you. Okay, it's all about spiritual knowledge. Okay, so the Lover's card. The Lover's card can mean literally love life, okay? But sometimes it can mean feeling emotional about a partnership, okay? Now, this partnership could be partnership. If there's lots of pentacles around this, then this could be a financial partnership, okay? It could be. If lots of pentacles was around the Empress, okay, then that could mean money coming to fruition, okay? But all of that information is like level 2 when you start combining, does that make sense, different cards and seeing how they all connect, okay? But the Lover's card is about love life, complicated love life maybe, you know, concentration on love life, okay? All right, so you've got the Chariot, which is about looking at things in black and white, deciding on what you're going to do, which pathway you're going to take. Okay, so sometimes we have to weigh up the pros and the cons before making a decision. The Chariot is also a moving object. So if that moving object is, it could mean travel, car, it can mean public transport, getting from A to B, okay? But it's, yeah, it's movement card, isn't it? So the Strength card is all about your the strength from within yourself, being strong, being able to control yourself, being able to control other people, okay? And sometimes it's like we're defending people who need defending, okay? So you've got the Lamb here, and the Lioness energy is protecting something like that, okay? So somebody who needs protecting, having the strength to do that, okay? Being strong when you don't necessarily feel strong, okay? Sometimes it can mean somebody who's got inner rage or anger. So if you have a look at that card, you can see that sometimes they kind of flip, okay? So they've got the Hermit. Hermit can be about your home, because obviously hermit, crab, home. Hermit can also mean going in your cave. It can mean being alone or being too much alone. Okay, it can mean needing alone time. So sometimes to put all of those meanings out there and explain that the Hermit card has lots of different meanings, and give all the meanings and see what is being said. Does that make sense? See if they are telling you. It's like they might not give you the information. Sometimes it's easier for you not to know information from the person that you're reading, because it can interfere with your clairvoyance. Okay, but so yeah, this just says, you know, the home, you know, whether or not they want to be alone more or whether they're spending too much time alone. Okay, so the Wheel. Now the Wheel, in lots of the tarot books, can mean something going in. It could go either way. All right, now you might want to see that that's what your Wheel card means. It means it can turn one way, but it can turn the other. For me, it's always a positive change. Okay, that's how I see it. Okay, so this is about things moving on, things moving. You know, are things going to stay the same? You get the Wheel card. The answer to that is no. The cogs in the wheels of change have started. Everything is going forward. Okay, so the Justice, legalities, official paperwork, financial security, okay, to do with getting your justice, getting what it is that you deserve, or somebody getting what they deserve, okay? Now, look closely and see how you see something isn't necessarily how other people see this. So sometimes it's like your version of justice may be different. Okay, so it may be different. So it's trying to weigh things up, okay, to come to the right outcome. The Hanged Man, everything is upside down. Everything is in limbo, okay? And you can see it's kind of there hanging in there, all right? So sometimes we put ourselves in a limbo stage where it's like, can you just give me some time before you, before I answer you? Can I just, you know, spend a bit of a break? Can you give me a chance to think, you know? So lots of different limbo energy, okay? Limbo energy, all right? Then you have the death card, okay? So I've crossed out my word death. You can see that. And I've just left the word rebirth because I prefer that. I don't like that when they do the death card. I know that you have a death card in all tarot, but it doesn't mean death. There are some readers out there who still read it like that. So be careful who you have a reading with, okay? Because there are some people who, you know, I don't know. We are not God, okay? We are not God. We are God particles, but we are not. We do not know when someone's going to pass and when they're not. Okay, so so you always, if I'm doing a reading face to face, I always have to say to them, just to let you know, before I've even shuffled the cards, I just say, just to let you know, death card doesn't mean death. Okay, and now I explain it means a transformation. If you've had a lot of crap going on in your life, then you're going to want that. You're going to want the death card because it's the end. It's the guillotine. It's it. That's it. That's enough of that crap. Here's the rebirth. I agree with you, Leona. Yeah. You know, this makes you wonder if the yucky energies made up the horrible word. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I think rebirth is much better. So, but isn't that a beautiful card? Otherwise, it's like it's a new day dawning. It's a new day. The end of that crap. The end of that. The beginning of something new. Okay. As one door closes, another door opens. New opportunities are there for you. If you've lost a job, it will mean that you have been praying for something more. You know, that's kind of what you would get. Okay, so there you go. Isn't it lovely artwork? Yeah, you're right, Mariho. Death is of a bad habit or something like that. Doesn't grow corn. Yeah, death of bad habit. I like that. Okay, so it's the endings. You then get the Temperance card, which is about getting the balance back in your life. What do they call it? Eat, pray, love. Does that make sense? Or you know, work, rest, and play. Work, rest, and play. Are you balanced enough to have work, rest, and play in the right balance? Okay. And the Temperance card is asking you that. The Temperance card is saying, you know, you're needing the balance in your life. Or it could mean that you're feeling as if that person's got the balance in their life, that finally that they've understood the difference between making sure that they are that they have enough fun and happiness, and it's not just about work. Okay. The Devil card, mischievous card. Now, on a very darker note, the Devil card can mean somebody very negative or bad, okay, in your life. But on the lower side of it, it can mean naughtiness. It can mean you getting up to mischief. It can mean you are deciding maybe to experiment maybe in your life in all different ways. Okay. So it is a card that says naughty, but sometimes naughty, you know, somebody's naughty is another person's everyday life. Okay. So you have to decide what your naughty is. Okay. So that's the Devil card. Okay. The Tower card. Okay. So the Tower card is an eruption. Everyone worries about the Tower card. On a very low level, it means maybe that you're having a sort out at home, that you're getting rid of things, throwing things away. You know, going up a level, it could mean that you're falling out with people, that they're no longer connecting with you. You're no longer connecting with them. And you're kind of like going, oh, I don't know. I just feel as if I'm kind of you know, I'm ready to shift on. I'm ready to move on and have a shedding. Okay, so so it's like a shedding card, end of one way of life, beginning of another. Oh, what you're seeing, if Ali, can you please show how big the cards are in your hand? Yeah, of course, I've got quite small hands, so they're there. Okay, let's see how many centimeters they are. You do get used to shuffling though, Tina, you really do. How many centimeters? So they are 12 centimeters, which is 4 3/4 inches. Okay, but you do get used to it. You really do. Even with small hands, you get used to it. You can shuffle like this, or you can shuffle like that. Okay, but they're quite easy to shuffle. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Tower card is clearing out, getting rid of. I'm done. Okay, so it's like having a sort out. You then have the Star. Now, isn't that a beautiful card? The Star card. So that is wishing upon a star, understanding, you know, what it is that you do want yourself. What do you want? What do you want? You know, what are your dreams? And sometimes when somebody asks you that, you go into that, you know, if you're kind of having to sit there and having to analyze what it is that you do want, it means that you've really not listened to your inner child. And maybe it's time to kind of analyze it a little bit more. Okay, so the Star, wish upon your star. The Moon, I don't like the Moon card in the Light Seers, I will tell you, don't like it. Okay, so that is the Moon card. So you've got the black and white dogs. A lot of the time you have the black and white dogs, and they basically mean the good and the bad. Okay, so the Moon card, I always see it as psychic ability, as intuition, of understanding that everybody in life has a light and a dark side. It's to do with the shadow self, isn't it? So the light and the dark. But you know, this card is a bit, you know, I don't like it. I don't know about you guys, but I don't like this one. Okay. I think the illustrator was a bit dark with that. Okay, so look at that for a card. Now the Sun, happiness, brightness, boost of confidence, feeling epic, okay, is there. Okay, so feeling epic. So there's no negative to that at all. It's just good. The Judgment, breaking free of restrictions and following your dreams, okay, and not being judged for it either. So this is like no worries. I'm just going to follow my dreams, and I know what I'm going to do. Okay, so that is literally breaking free of restrictions. And then the World card is everything is turned out perfectly. Everything has happened exactly the way it was supposed to happen. So when you look back on lessons that you've learned, and you then start to you know, you look back and you think, well, that was really painful at that time, and I didn't realize what was coming next. And what was coming next was amazing. I didn't know how that was going to fit in with that, but you know, thank God that happened, because I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in now. Or, you know, I split up with that person, and at the time I was absolutely devastated, but look at what I have now. Look at the person that I'm with now. Okay, so sometimes it's like we can't see the bigger kind of picture of life, because at the time we're dealing with that tower moment, we're dealing with that eruption energy. And it's only that if we hang on in there and wait and wait and wait, we then kind of open our wings up to the bigger, you know, what else is out there. We obviously wished for something more. So let's go through them again for you. Okay, so the Fool is trust, basically, gut feeling, doing something with a gut feeling. The Magician, is the coincidence, the quinkly dinks that happen just before you're about to take that leap of faith. Okay, the universe decided that they were going to teach you to go in that direction. So that's coincidences from your spirit guides. High priestess can mean, is that the right one? Yeah. High priestess can mean secret, secretive, someone being secretive, or maybe you're keeping things to yourself. Empress is fertility or something coming to fruition. If it's surrounded by pentacles, then it will be a money situation where something's ripe and ready. Okay. Emperor, that can mean somebody who's a father figure or somebody who can be a little bit controlling. Sorry, that can be mother figure as well. So this can be the father figure, somebody who can be in control, can control you or control a situation, can mean that they are playing games because you've got the chess piece there. Depends on what you're drawn to. Okay. Hierophant is spiritual teaching. Lover's card, complications in love life or needing love life situation or emotional situation to sort itself out. Chariot is travel, looking at things in black and white. Strength is strength, courage, standing up for yourself or for others who are less fortunate than you. Hermit card is trust in needing to go within, sometimes needing to analyze your situation, but you're needing quiet time. Sometimes it's for other people, it might be too much quiet time and they need to get out more. Okay. It depends on, you know, which is which. But yeah, it can mean home. It can also mean wisdom. Wheel of Fortune, everything is turning. Cogs are now turning and turning and turning. So movement has started in your life. The Justice is legalities, official paperwork, getting your justice. Hangman, everything's on hold, pause, upside down. Gives you time to look at what actually is really going on, though. Sometimes the pause is needed. The universe is trying to say, are you sure you want to go down that path? Are you absolutely sure? So sometimes they're giving you a little kind of help. Rebirth or death card, end of one way life, beginning of another. Temperance, that is balance, trying to find the right balance in your life, work, rest and play. Are you giving and are you receiving enough love? Is it the flow of energy back and forth with people in your life? If not, how do you get that balance back? Devil card, mischievous naughtiness, can mean a bad person or bad situation. The Tower, eruption, things kind of coming to the surface. Shit rises to the surface sometimes and you have to then deal with it. Okay. But it can also mean little things like having to clear out a home, getting rid of things you don't want, getting rid of friends sometimes that are not being friendly sometimes. Sun at the start is happiness, is wishes and dreams. The moon is psychic ability. Sometimes you have to look within, okay, with your psychic ability. And the sun is happiness and brightness. Judgment is breaking free from any restrictions and following your pathway and not being judged or not allowing others to judge you. And the world card means that everything has turned out better than you thought, better than you could have dreamed of. We got to the end. I had no idea how long that was going to take me to just do that. But we got there. Oh. I can look back at some of the cards. So I used to use the Witch's deck, but most lately been using the Cosmic Slumber. Okay, I need to get this Light Seers very nice artwork. It is lovely and I highly recommend the deck. Okay, so this is the deck. Okay, the Light Seers Tarot. I do have a deck of cards here and I can send it to you with my booklet if you would like. Okay, so it's yeah, 25. Okay, plus post and packaging if you want. £25, that is. Oh, thank you. Your way of teaching is brilliant, makes sense. Good, I'm pleased. Oh, thank you, my darling. I'm using your StreamYard. I find the Rider-Waite gives you a sharper answer, straight to the heart of the issue. Good to use others for more insight. I don't get on with the Rider-Waite. I never have done. The only time I use the Rider-Waite now is because I've put the cards by Tarot by Janine. Okay, I've analysed what she says with each of the Rider-Waite cards, and they are literally for that reason, just for the truther information. So if anybody would like a reading with myself, you can book in. Go to psychically.net, or if you want to ask me any questions, psychically.net. Okay, you can join my Patreon if you wanted to, which is patreon.com/psychically. Okay, and there's 5 different tiers. Okay, you can go from as little as 86 pence a month, and that basically means we get together once a month and we read cards for everybody. Last time, the last Patreon was 6.5, nearly 7 hours, so we won't be doing it quite like that again. But yeah, it was fun, and I loved hanging out with everybody. So yeah. So 86 pence, and it goes up to 24, I think, pounds. And that the 24 pounds one means you get a 20-minute reading, recorded reading sent to you. You also get a mystery gift sent to you. You also get video tutorials of all of the workshops that I've done, and the video chat. So have a look at the different tiers, if you would like, on patreon.com/psychically, or join and connect with lovely Greg Prescott, who is just wonderful. And we'll probably wouldn't be connecting if it wasn't for him, because he is literally bringing soul family together, and I couldn't love him anymore. So there you go. That's it for now. I will come back and do another tutorial with another deck, okay, very soon. All right, take care, everyone, and thank you for hanging out. Okay, yes, thank you, Linda. Linda just joined my Patreon a couple of days ago. Oh, so yeah, no, I appreciate all my Patreon people. It means I can do videos like this. Yeah. All right. Bye. Oh, Gracie, sorry, we're just about to go. Gracie's come on. So yeah, bye. Love you all.